Hi everyone, today we're going to look at the CTT power on delay up. Now this is a CTT counter timer tachometer timer and counter mixed mode function, and so our timer function is the power on delay and our counter input mode is up. So here are my here's the manual up on my screen here, and first of all we look at the timer, and this is the timing chart for the mode. Let's just I'll blow that up a little bit so we can see it a little clearer. So here's my power signal, and when it comes on it will automatically start timing up until I reach the timer or set value, and then it turns on the output. Now the output can be timed or maintained on until I get my reset signal, which then zeroes it out and starts timing again. If my start signal turns on, it pauses that timing function itself. So that's how my timer mode or power on. And now let's just reduce that and look at my counter. And my counter is in my up mode. That means that every time I get a pulse signal, it increments the present value by 1. Then we have several different output counter modes. In our particular case here, we're going to go output mode K. So output mode K is right here, and you can see as I get my reset signal, it resets the counter. Then as I go up and hit the current or the set value of the counter, my output will turn on for a certain duration or time period we specify. But you'll notice that my count value will still continue to climb and be displayed until I hit the reset, which then will reset that counter. So if we look down here, we can see that this is our wiring diagram for our timer and counter. So we don't need to have two different timer and counter digital units anymore. We can combine them into the one, and they can operate independently of each other. Then after that we have our programming for our timer and counter. Now the first thing we want to do is hit and hold our mode key for 3 seconds. That will bring us into our programming mode, and the first thing we'll see is our mixed mode. Hit mode again, and we have our timing mode, which is going to be up, so our display is going to go up in time. Hit mode again, and this is our output, which is our timing mode, which is power on delay. Mode again, this is our timing units of measure, which is 0.1 of a second. Mode again, our counter input is going to be up. Then we have our counter output, which is going to be our K mode. Then we have our count speed, which is set for 200 Hertz. Then we have our T output 1, which is set for 0, so that means that the output will be maintained. Output 2, which is our counter, will be set for half a second. That's why it's set for 0.5 or 0.50. Then we have our decimal place for our counter. And then we have our prescale value, so we can actually program in engineering units that represent every time it pulses on our counter, it represents a certain distance, measurement. It could be things like volume, pressure, a number of different things. Then we have our power. So when we remove power, right now it's saying clear everything, but we can also save those units. So and then hit mode to lock that in. Then we have our reset, which is set for 20 milliseconds. And then we have our input type, which is actually PMP, and it goes back to the way in which we wire in the actual unit itself. Mode again takes us back to the top, so we're back to the top of our programming. So let's just, and if we hit and hold the mode key, it'll take us back into our run mode. And here we see our timer set for 10 seconds. Hit mode again, and we see our counter set for 10. Mode again, and we can display both units at the same time. So we'll leave it there, and what we'll do is, the first thing we'll do is try our reset for our timer. And once we hit the reset, you see that our power on. Now we'll delay and then turn our output on after the 10 seconds, which is exactly what it does. So that is a reset. Now we could also do the same thing if we were to put the power off to the unit and turn it back on again. So let's just do that as well. You can see that automatically it then puts it on, and we're counting 10 seconds. If we put the start signal on, it kind of holds everything for us. So let's just reset that. And our start signal, it holds the value for us. Okay, so now what we'll do is let that time out, and we'll look at our counter function. And there's our counter function that we have. And let's actually look at both so that we can see both of them at the same time. And we'll add some pulses to this. It's going up, and as soon as I get my 10, it turns on the output, and we'll continue counting until I get my reset signal. And then I'll turn off my reset signal, and again it will keep going, and you see my power timer is also going. So all the links and documentation can be found on our website at accautomation.ca. If you like this video and would like to see more, there are 3 ways in which you can help us out. You can give us a thumbs up so other people can find this information. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also go to ACC Automation and subscribe to our website. When you do, notification will be given to you every time we publish new content to the site. You'll also get 2 free ebooks on numbering systems and robust data logging. And the third thing to do to help us out is to tell a friend or colleague about the site. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.